We're supposed to sign them individually.
Yeah, I had some issues with a few of them when I was in the office yesterday with sticky notes and with notes on why they were either didn't qualify or whatever was insufficient on the filings. There should be some bright green for it.
Was it many of them? Did you list them?
No, I started, they were all in alphabetical order. I believe I just started in front whenever I had an issue with any of them. I put a sticky note. I hope they're still there. I put them for your review mainly because I need that for you guys.
I haven't seen any.
This is fine. I just saw one.
Oh, right.
That's them. But the other ones, they seem okay. I put about a dozen on there, for all different various reasons.
Okay. And this is the signing. This is, and that's the original list of chat that we had. And
Now is that the list that was sent to Boston? Is that where Stan took?
I would assume so, but you're going to have to ask Stan.
He will be here.
He will be here.
I know he was busy in the office. So
He should be here.
I'm not there.
And then we have, I'm not sure, see anything on the Somerset Sportsman Club in here. I don't know if Stan has that.
It was in with that same packet. There was something to do with Somerset Sports. I didn't read it because it was a very thick, lengthy packet of their own, but it was in the same box. Could be the very bottom.
Can I take a look, start at the bottom? Is that the Somerset?
This,
The one with just the elastic around it?
And I'm not
this
sure.
was around the whole thing.
Okay. I don't think I moved.
In that file anyway, that metal file over the very bottom page was a Somerset Sportsman Club for some reason.
Okay. Yours were all the green ones?
Yeah.
You didn't do the yellow one?
I don't know who's the yellow sticky note.
Okay.
They weren't even in it.
Here it is. This just needs a signature confirmation.
What are we reviewing? This is on the agenda. It says Somerset Sportsman Club review. Usually, like the other one says signing, but this one says review. Is there a question on it or?
No, it's just, I think it's just the way Jim put it in there because it's talking about. That's, there's not really all that much. Some of the copies. This is up. The exclusion of 10.91 acres is included in here.
Excluded for what? It looks like they have every inch of their property under some sort of chapter status.
I'm staying right there, Mike. Excluded from the certification of 10.91 acres which we described as following. That's the page 2. And that would be on map here. I think we got 2. I think there's 2 of them. So
This is a forestry plan. This whole thing is their forestry plan. It's from the Department of Conservation and Recreation, I believe.
this is the one you want.
Is it a copy?
Yeah, it's a copy. Everything was done in a timely fashion.
Wish I brought the right glasses.
Tough to get over, huh, Mike?
I got 6 questions already.
You do? All right, good. I'll take questions.
Somerset Sportsman Club, I already reviewed that tonight.
New application.
They're not involved in chapter, right?
It's forestry, 10 years.
So they change
It's
the
renewed.
forestry.
No,
Yeah, it's every 10 years.
every 10 years it's renewal, so you gotta
So it's been
certification in for 10 years, you gotta resubmit, you gotta make sure it's all right.
Yep.
And then you don't see it for another 10 years.
Okay. But they're not total forest, we use 10 acres, 10 acres. That was this one.
The applications.
That would be why the 10.91 acres would be excluded.
Yeah.
I think they're mainly recreational. Hiking and hunting. That's what.
So
But that's the ones back to you.
Is there water on this?
Yeah. Wetlands.
Yeah, that's what they're excluding too. No, they're not excluding any water.
Wetlands don't come under chapter land. So if somebody takes their entire lot and it contains wetlands, you exclude the wetlands.
Okay.
So we should take out, they're taking this out of it, they're not putting that in, they're not putting, putting that and that in there. I mean, where's the rest of, what you want to see here, where's the rest of the preserve, what should also be included with this is the rest of the plan, you know what I mean? The
Yeah,
chapter,
this is-
the forestry should have an entire description of the plan telling you exactly why the 10.91 acres is excluded. This is just,
There's more to it.
there's more to this
Oh, yeah,
application.
there is. Yeah,
Oh, you got
that's
the
it.
rest of it? All right.
Just field cards, mainly.
Yeah, but there should be a lot more to this.
Yeah, forestry plan.
Yes, that's thick file, right. Excluded area. Yes.
This is their total land area, right? And it's a breakdown
Right.
of what the status is on each lot, how many acres of each area.
can't be in forestry, put it this way.
This is not.
Put it this way, it can't be in forestry.
This is the parking lot.
This is what you need.
Okay, then that's why that's out.
And this is,
Yeah.
this,
That's what you need.
Their exclusion there is that can't grow trees, can't be used. I mean, that's it. They're excluding water area, features. They're applying for it, but they're excluding the water areas. And they're, like you said, that's the parking lot, they're excluding the parking lot.
yeah. There's a right range back here.
But that's in it.
Yeah, I know. And hanging trails or whatever.
That's in it.
Mhm.
So,
So this is.
yeah, I mean, that's a renewal though.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one question, what's the other 5?
What's it gonna snow?
I wish it'd stay as warm as it was the last couple of days.
We have also the statutory exemptions for elderly, veteran, blind, widow. Need to be signed.
Did you sign all the individuals? Is that what you're doing?
No, those are all chapter land that we're going through right now. Scott's going through. And Karen might get some questions on some.
Did you see sticky notes?
No, so once again, elderly, veterans, all of you gotta sign the individual applications, not that spreadsheet.
Okay. She did,
So did she give it to you?
no, she did give it to us.
No.
She gave us that. We have, roughly,
We got the exemption, statutory exemption, yeah. That's on the agenda, right?
Okay, so you got
but
something.
that's not all, I don't believe. Can I see that?
This is just the one, right?
That's just one.
You gotta get all of them.
I thought it was just one.
But you may have already signed them all.
No. We haven't signed it all.
Well,
I can tell you that.
is that the hardship one?
This is one that was denied.
Yeah, it's probably hardship.
And we have we had about 300
Different applications.
different, we had about 300 applications on different, yeah. Now, some of them may have both, may have a couple of.
The only thing that they can have double in is senior work off and a
Right.
veteran or whatever. You can't get
Yeah.
multiple out.
No, you're right, what I was looking for was
Yeah.
on a veteran now. But they prepared this. And we had 14 blind, 128 elderly, 122 veterans, 20, number 22, 22E, 34, 22C, 2, 22A, 1.
Yeah, you know what you want to do, Wayne, is you want to refer to, again, tell Jane that any applications that need to be signed, the spreadsheet is good for her own,
Right.
but you have to sign the actual application.
We should go in.
How about CPA exemptions, individual also?
If there's an application form for the CPA, yes, you should.
Or is this automatic if they qualify for
They qualify for
another?
this.
If they qualify for that, they automatically qualify for this, right?
There should be a separate listing for it, other than her spreadsheet.
So this signature line is no good for this. This should be.
Well, I guess you're right. If you sign off on the actual applications for those, then that's fine.
Well, I don't recall doing that, that's why I'm asking. I don't.
You haven't signed them yet, that's right.
We haven't.
You really,
So this does nothing really. If you sign it, you don't need this. This is only a list of who is on,
right.
qualifies for
Right.
CPA exemption.
Because if it's automatically, as you say, it's granted. If you give them the exemption, so, I mean, that there, the one that you should actually have is the actual applications in front of you to make sure that Jane or Doreen who's doing it is looking at the income, looking at their total assets, that's all done correctly. That's what you're signing for. Right?
Now, refresh my memory, I know we went over this years ago, but how does someone qualify for a CPA exemption? I mean, what is there separate criteria for this, or do we use the criteria for the other exemptions?
You're using the criteria with the other exemptions.
Other exemptions.
Right. So this is automatic, once again?
Well, you shouldn't have signed that form until you've signed off all of those over there. Or not there, but. All right, not everybody's going to be.
What Jane is saying is that she's basically, that her or Doreen have looked at these here and have given it, even in these cases, the difference is Stan is saying that we've done, in the past, we've always signed, we've always gotten a list and signed off and been explained that each one of these has been looked at.
I don't.
We used to
plain
sign
Lab or whatever, you
we
should
used to sign this.
You should always sign.
Okay.
This was going back when I first came on the board.
You should always sign.
This was signed,
Okay.
and it was signed previous to when I got on the board this way.
Mhm.
I don't know how it ended up changing and going to that.
Well, it's been this way since I've been
Since you've been on the board.
So it's
My
not-
first year on the board, we were signing applications.
So, and I guess it's the case, we're gonna follow what you're saying, your recommendation, and we're gonna go and do these.
Right. Individually, you sign it, you look at it, you make sure that because you're responsible.
Right.
They're not. You know what I mean? And you make sure that every application meets the criteria or you review them.
And in some cases, if we don't sign, they become eligible for a program.
Or you deny, I mean, there's a check.
If we don't
You
deny them.
can still sign and deny it. I mean, not every one of the applications has a block except deny.
Right.
You can say, hey, I want to deny this.
Right.
Until you
But if
say,
they
hey,
don't, in some cases, they become eligible for the program, right?
Or they become deemed denied.
they become
Well-
deemed denied. I mean,
Yeah.
you are supposed to sign and look at every one of those
So
applications.
you're saying in past years, if we didn't sign the chapter land applications, they were all denied?
No.
No, that's
No,
different.
that's
There's
a different,
no.
there's a different form on that.
Right,
Those,
so they
those,
become-
the criteria for
These
chapter
ones-
land acceptance is different than the criteria for,
Right.
Right, that's
for
what I was trying to
veterans.
say,
Right.
they become part of the program if we don't sign them.
Not the veterans, no, chapter,
Chapter.
chapter land, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Yes.
get at. We talked about it last
Yeah,
week.
They can be deemed granted or deemed denied.
Right. No, but the bottom line though, Mike, is that procedure should be, you sign them, look at every one, I mean, make sure that whoever's reviewing them is reviewing them properly.
Because other than that, people apply and they automatically get into the program without us even,
Right,
in some cases,
right.
maybe they didn't even see the
Yeah,
application.
and you might say, hey, wait a minute, I happen to know this person has a summer home, has this, and it's not even showing that.
Right. Okay.
So we've had it happen in every community I work in, it's happened. One or two of them try to apply something like just recently, and then you might say, some of the people that are reviewing this, they don't understand, a Schedule C and a Schedule F and farm and income statements, and they don't even do their own income, and that's part of these requirements, is income statements. You might look at it, Mike, and say, hey, wait a minute, here's a Schedule C that this person has earned $100,000, yet their W-2 only shows them earning $10,000. Yeah, you say, hey, wait a minute.
Well, in some cases, I mean, there's a case, perfect example in there where they need $500 to get into the program, minimum sales.
Right, and they don't have.
And on the application, the person put, my income is $300 annually on this property. So,
Me.
right, we reject it.
You should be rejecting it.
All right. Stan, you were talking about setting the tax rate?
got a water district classification meeting on December 5th. Should be fast. Wayne said he's probably going to show up and see. I don't know any of the players there, so I would like company. You
I
might
usually
say.
go.
Do you?
Yeah.
So I'm going to come to. If you want to come and pick me up, or Wayne's probably going to go too. If you guys want to meet me at town hall, and I'll ride over with either one of you, and then bring me back to the.
All right.
All right. And that's on, and then also the
That's what time, December 5th?
7:10.
We're on for 7:10.
7:10 around, but you know, I figure whatever the meeting starts, we gotta get there for like 7 o'clock or whatever.
And,
Should be quick. I'm doing the I'm doing a one-sheet presentation together for them.
Keep it simple.
It's gonna be simple. Might be a little more extensive for the selectmen, because I think that more data should be given to the selectmen.
I think both groups are used to the same format.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, I gotta go hunt and check